Welcome, guys, to another episode of Let's Talk by Let's Roll Productions. And today we're gonna be talking about
Apple. So let's get started, guys.
okay. Now coming back to the video, abhi we're gonna be talking about the foundation and the early years. The year era was 1976 to 1980s. इस
Yeah.
इस era में ये कंपनी इंट्रोड्यूस हुई,
ये 4
बहुत
साल
सारे
was
प्रोडक्ट्स
the
लेके आई.
time.
बहुत सारे बोलना सही नहीं होगा, दो प्रोडक्ट्स थे, एप्पल
Yeah,
1 and
it
एप्पल
was a founding time of Apple
Yeah.
when they like established everything.
2. या वो समझ रहे थे कि कंपनी क्या है, एप्पल का विजन क्या है.
When it became from 3 people to a company,
या
basically.
मिस्टर स्टीव जॉब्स, मिस्टर स्टीव वॉजनियाक
And Ronald Wayne.
या रोनाल्ड वाइन
Ronald Wayne. These were the 3 founders
ऑफ
who generally started this company and
the early stages of this company. So उन दिनों में जब एप्पल आया था, जब एप्पल का early days था, तब एप्पल launched 2 products. One of them was Apple 1, which was not exactly a computer.
yeah. It wasn't exactly a computer. It was more of like a detachable motherboard. It was it was naked. It has electronics in it, and if you want to purchase it was basically a personal computer that you were able to buy at that specific point of time. And अगर आप वो purchase करते हो, आपको थोड़े से modifications करने पड़ेंगे. Like there would be a wooden box like thing over the keyboard to keep all the electronics and everything. उस टाइम पे mouse वगैरह नहीं होते थे. So उस टाइम पे they started this thing. It was more of a motherboard and just things like that. That they created like Ronald Wayne, Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs.
तब भी
These
I
3
think
people
ये
created.
personal computer वाला concept अभी तक आया
नहीं,
नहीं था.
तब तक personal computer नहीं. It was
Something portable that is computer, but not a computer, not a full-fledged computer नहीं था वो working model में.
it was more like आप एक personal घर पे computer जो रख सकते हो. It was more like that.
Yeah.
Because उस टाइम पे computers were really big.
Yeah.
So they were the first people who started making this small computer like thing, motherboards. So that एक motherboard भी अगर इतना से इतना हो जाता है, so it's a big thing, right? आज तो इतना छोटा सा motherboard आता है.
वही अकॉर्डिंग टू न्यूज़ एंड पॉइंट्स ये एक टाइम पे गैरेज भी हुआ करता था एप्पल.
They actually started from a garage and what they did was कि they expanded and
कोई प्रोडक्ट नहीं बनाया ऑफिशियली एप्पल ने, मतलब उन तीनों ने वहाँ पे कोई ऑफिशियली प्रोडक्ट नहीं बनाया, बट मे बी दे हैड सम काइंड ऑफ कॉन्वर्सेशन रिगार्डिंग एप्पल कैसा होगा इसका विजन. नॉट अ प्रोडक्ट दैट केम आउट ऑफ दैट गैराज, टू बी वेरी प्रिसाइज. ऐसा उन लोगों का कहना है. नाउ कमिंग डाउन टू पार्ट सेकंड पॉइंट, that is like the Macintosh era.
Yeah, it started from 1984 till 1997.
1997.
Yeah, these were the years when the Macintosh was very prevalent because both of the 3 founding members, they were more interested in making computers. Right, so उनका priority था कि हम computers बनाना चाहते हैं अभी. So what we will focus on is computers and computers only. उनका और कोई focus नहीं था. They just wanted to settle down in one goal कि अगर हम एक कंप्यूटर क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, that could be जो schools खरीद सकें, universities खरीद सकें to teach students, children coding and other things like that, how to use up a computer and things like that. So it could be helpful for them as well as एक बड़ा सा मशीन नहीं खरीदना पड़ेगा हमें जो एक रूम ऑक्यूपाई कर लेगा और सिर्फ एक बच्चे को हम पढ़ा सकते हैं वहाँ पे. एक स्मॉलर कंप्यूटर या जो भी रहेगा, अगर एक स्मॉलर रहेगा तो वो ढेर सारे लगा सकते हैं एक छोटे रूम में, और एक बड़ा सा कंप्यूटर रहेगा तो वो 2-3 ही लग पाएगा एक छोटे रूम में.
So it was like जब 1984 में ये पहली बार इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था मैकिनटोश, आई थिंक देयर वाज अ स्टोरी रिगार्डिंग दिस. द फर्स्ट टाइम मैकिनटोश केम अप विद GUI
Yeah.
उसका एक स्टोरी था that was
No, no,
in
no. It's not
1983.
a story. It's more
It's
like
something
this
happened
has been
regarding this. They
published.
went somewhere.
So they went to the company Xerox,
Yeah.
and a few of the more influential people working in Apple as well as Steve Jobs went over there, and they traded something. They traded like 1,000 shares, $10 each.
Hmm.
I guess it was something around that. And what they did was that they wanted to see how the company Xerox is making a GUI, like the graphical user interface.
User
I'll
interface,
explain to you guys what is graphical user interface. You see icons in your phone, you touch it and it opens up the specific application. That's what GUI is. GUI means graphical.
Yeah.
जो आप देख सकते हो उसका यूजर इंटरफेस.
Alright.
सो एप्पल के पास तब वो नहीं था. इट वॉज मोर लाइक अगर आपको कैलकुलेटर खोलना आपको थोड़ा सा ये टाइप करना पड़ेगा, कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट कैलकुलेटर ओपन एंटर, तब कैलकुलेटर खोल रहा है. अभी आपको क्या करना है, कैलकुलेटर के ऐप में क्लिक करना है, कैलकुलेटर खुल जाएगा. सो दैट्स व्हाट दे ट्राई टू लुक इनटू लाइक हाउ वी कैन create the same thing into our systems. So what Xerox was doing is Xerox was trying to they didn't wanted to commercialize it. They wanted to just make it up like an invention, like we created this, like ये भी एक चीज possibility है. So what they did was more like कि they tried to make something जो अभी तक present नहीं था, and Apple got interested in it. They sent some like 12-13 people over there, and they Steve Jobs was very interested in GUI. He was like, this is very fascinating. So what he did was there was a computer, I guess, named something like Lisa, Apple Lisa or something.
On a daughter.
Yeah, under her daughter's name,
under
like
daughter's name,
Apple Lisa or something. There was like this going on. And that was, I guess, the first computer to be introduced with a graphical user interface, where you can, click on certain things and it will, do the things for you that you'll have to code up and everything, and it will open up the specific application so that you don't have to code. You just have to click on a specific application to open up the exact application, right?
Okay.
So, that was the time.
That's a very, ये बहुत innovating हुआ करती होंगी ये चीज़ें, because we are talking about 1984-83. ठीक है.
It's like 40-50 years from now.
Yeah, Apple have seen a lot, काफ़ी सारे stages. अब उसी stage की अगर हम बात करें तो when in 1984 Macintosh came out, right before, like उसके ठीक एक साल बाद ही in 1985 Steve Jobs left the company.
Yeah. He was like because of some internal conflicts in between Apple and things.
अब companies की क्या conflicts होती
हैं? Yeah, we really don't know about those things.
Yeah, internally नहीं पता, but yeah, we know कि क्या हो सकती है चीज़ें.
Yeah, because Steve Jobs never came in media and talked about these things, why he left the company and everything like that.
Yeah.
So nobody really knows what happened, behind the scenes, like what was the situation that he had to leave the company. But he returned in 1997.
Yeah, he returned back in 1997 जब स्टीव जॉब वापस से आए कंपनी को ज्वाइन किया, and he came up with iMac G3.
Yeah.
The famous iMac
he
G3.
fired up like 3,000 employees, and then he was like, his mental state was like, I have a vision and I want to go down the line with that specific vision. So he introduced, and the people from Apple, they introduced the iMac G3.
Yeah.
And
innovative product था भाई, उस समय के हिसाब से काफी innovative product था.
Absolutely. 1997, can you imagine? There like beautiful looking computer that सब कुछ आप कर सकते हो उसमें.
iMac उस समय के हिसाब से iMac G3 to be specifically उस समय के हिसाब से एक बहुत powerful PC था भाई.
बहुत ज़्यादा. It was a ground breaking performance boost for them as well as for the
same
consumers.
as iPod.
That it was like because of Jobs, these things were happening. He was telling people like, I have this vision. Everyone was big. working towards that vision. Like वो कुछ और नहीं देख रहे हैं. Everybody is like Steve Jobs ने ये देखा है future, तो हमें भी वही करना है.
Vision, believing a mass to making believe to the mass, like इतना बड़ा vision है मेरा, and appealing to everyone to have the same vision and make them believe in the same vision that you hold.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing to
It's a
achieve in a
pretty
life,
huge thing
and Steve
to.
Jobs no doubt did it.
Yeah,
And
Steve
काफी लंबे
Jobs
समय के
was
time पे.
able to, do that. And, during the ending of, 2010-11, he also opened up, Apple stores all over the United States and in other countries as well. The fun fact is, I guess this year, Apple launched its stores in India.
Yeah.
I think there is one in Delhi.
Highlighted part है ये बहुत. इंडिया में स्टोर ओपन होना
इंडिया में भी स्टोर अब ओपन हो चुके हैं एप्पल के. अगर आप
काफी highlighted
दिल्ली में
part है
रहते हो, अगर आप आई रियली डोंट रिमेंबर वेयर आर द अदर स्टोर्स. आई गेस देयर इज वन इन पुणे एज वेल.
To be honest, I don't know.
Even I
to
am.
be exact.
If you guys really know, like, where are the other? Because
please
I
let us
only
know in
know
the
one.
comment section, I think. Yeah.
Huh?
Comment section में बताओ.
Yeah, you guys can let us know where are the other stores for Apple in India other than Delhi, because I know there is one in Delhi. Because when I was trying to order something from the Apple website, it showed me next day pickup available from Delhi.
Yeah.
There is a store. That is the reason it was offline pickup. So yeah, see, they opened stores
ये
globally.
store open करना is like it's making accessible to a huge number of people.
And everybody
India
told,
में
I think,
limited है, but
but
But है.
there is this theory that everybody told, Steve Jobs that his idea is gonna be his idea will fail for sure, because not every company, other CEOs were really unhappy with him because he was opening up a offline store in America. So everybody was pissed off, like, no, it's gonna fail. It's not gonna work out for you. ये आपके लिए काम करेगा ही नहीं. आप चाहे जो कर लो, it's gonna fail. But in like 2 years of opening up that store, things changed.
for Apple, of course.
Yeah, for Apple, definitely for Apple, things changed for Apple. And you can see where they are right at this moment. They have a big presence in all over the countries in this world, and everybody loves using iPhones.
Yeah. Apple is creating legacy.
Yeah.
And now they are just maintaining the legacy. They have made a legacy. Now they are just maintaining that legacy. But a lot of allegations are there on the internet. It's just random that what uh, Steve Jobs, the vision that Steve Jobs had is not followed by Tim Cook as well. I think ये बहुत लोगों का मानना है कि टिम कुक का विजन थोड़ा डिफरेंट है स्टीव जॉब से, जिसके वजह से might be Apple is facing some kind of cons, some kind of issues. Everyone have a little bit of feedback. हमारे पास भी होते ही है. Apple user जो die hard fan है, I don't think they will agree on it. But on the ground level, if you see, there are a lot of complaints and feedbacks about Apple products. To be precise, मैं अलग अलग नहीं बता सकता, but there are some complaints about Apple products. हम उसके बारे में भी बात करेंगे, no doubt. But now moving to the that era, that is post Jobs era, जब when Steve Jobs died in 2011, after which Tim Cook came in power as CEO for Apple and continued the legacy of iPhone.
Yeah,
I think iPhone.
launched was iPhone 5, 5s, 6, and every single one, as you guys might have seen on
Apple
the
keep expanding
Apple
their
keynote.
things as Apple Music, Apple TV,
Yeah,
Apple
they have
Arcade,
expanded to Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, and
Apple
Apple Arcade.
Arcade.
Like these are the new services that Apple is, right at this moment
Yeah,
providing to all the consumers.
users and consumers, all of them. So अभी हम लोग अभी के टाइम पे अगर देखें तो एप्पल इज डूइंग अ वेरी गुड जॉब, नो डाउट अबाउट इट. टेक्नोलॉजी सेक्टर में एप्पल से बेहतर आई थिंक स्मार्टफोन सेक्शन में कोई ज़्यादा काम, इतना हाई लेवल का काम कोई नहीं करता विदाउट लीविंग एनी ट्रेसेस ऑफ डूइंग एनीथिंग, लाइक कट ऑफ ऐसा कुछ करने का.
Yeah,
ये हटा दिया,
they
वो हटा
never,
दिया.
they do tend to, see, that's human psychology. They're very focused on, making as much money as they possibly can. एक रीज़न था कि iPhone 7 में से हेडफोन जैक हटा के एप्पल एयरपॉड्स लॉन्च करना साथ में.
Yeah, it
एक
was all
$50-60
part
का
of
एक,
ecosystem.
yeah, exactly, they are keeping you in the ecosystem. Because see, I'll give you an example. If I open up a tab on my phone, it's gonna pop up in my Mac. I can click on the Safari icon or whatever browser I'm using, and it's gonna open up exactly the place where I left it off.
Yeah.
So that's what they are trying to create. They are trying to make sure that you stay on our हमारे कंपनी का ही चीज़ यूज़ करो. You use only Apple products, nothing else other than that. It's not gonna be very compatible with everything.
Yeah, till the time Apple came out from USA to other countries for business expansion and to do further business, it was like Apple जब USA में था, I think Apple को ये पता ही होगा कि in the United States of America Apple have a monopoly स्मार्टफोन सेक्शन में, क्योंकि मोस्टली लोग वहाँ पे स्मार्टफोन ही यूज़ करते हैं. एंड इफ़ यू डोंट हैव अ स्मार्टफोन एंड दैट्स एप्पल लाइक आईफोन, यू आर अ पार्ट ऑफ शेम. तुमको
You're not
तुम
a part
कल्चर
of the
के
same.
पार्ट नहीं हो.
You are not a part of the green bubble, blue bubble thing.
या मैंने ये वीडियोस भी देखी है.
Yeah.
आई हैव सीन वीडियोस दैट पीपल आर आस्किंग इफ यू व्हाई यू डोंट हैव एन एप्पल फोन, व्हाई यू आर डीलिंग विद एंड्रॉयड, लाइक try to raise up your salary pay slip.
Yeah.
How?
Try
By
to raise
signing
up your
on my own.
standards and
You are not the
life.
part of a culture if you are not an iPhone user. ये एप्पल को ना ये पावर देना हुआ कि यस, ऐसे पागलों की तरह किसी टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ करना और उनको सपोर्ट करना, सो दैट वो एक मतलब क्या व्हाट द हेक, डिक्टेटरशिप चल रहा है यहाँ पे. दुनिया से जब यूएसए से कंपनी बाहर निकली, देन दे गॉट टू नो अबाउट मार्केट, डिफरेंट मार्केट, देन दे केम टू इंडिया. और जब इंडिया में आए तो दे हैव फेस्ड अ लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज. यहाँ पे बहुत फीडबैक्स भी सुनने को आए.
Facing a lot of issues because of the price point.
या तब तक जब तक इंडिया में ये आया ना, तब तक एंड्रॉयड अपना अच्छा खासा बेस बना चुका था.
एंड्रॉयड अपना रुतबा जमा चुका था. एंड्रॉयड had its loyal fan base that even if I buy a 10,000 rupee phone, it will have a smoother experience. Before Apple came into India properly, everybody was using Redmi smartphones, Motorola smartphones. At that moment of time, HTC was there, BlackBerry
Intex was there, HTC was there,
Yeah, because
Lava was there, Micromax was there, Micromax.
Yeah, Micromax was there as well.
Micromax.
See, the thing is now that Indians what love is, if I am paying 10,000, I should, if I'm paying 10,000, I should get things worth of at least 12, 15. The more the better.
थोड़ा
The more the better.
थोड़ा ज़्यादा अपने को चाहिए.
जितना मैं खर्च करूँ मेरे को उससे ज़्यादा रिटर्न चाहिए.
थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा चाहिए. एंड एप्पल को ये अडेप्ट करते करते शायद थोड़ा सा लेट हो गया था. बट एनीवे,
Apple never adapted to this. What Apple did was Apple,
I'll tell you how Apple did it. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Through their Flipkart and Amazon के अलग इतने सारे offers
exactly. That's exactly what I'm telling you. That what Apple did was they tried to market it like अगर आप अमीर हो, अगर आप आपके पास अच्छा सैलरी है, अगर आपके पास हाथ खर्च ज़्यादा है, you'll buy an Apple phone. Because
के लिए
who else would want to spend 1 lakh rupees on an iPhone? Without, अगर आपका सैलरी 20,000 रुपया है,
oh you have the circumstances, it does comes with the circumstances. वो दिया नहीं तूने circumstances that you have a fixed salary of 20,000 yet you are expecting a phone to own a phone that worth 1 lakh rupees and above, and
वो
that's Apple.
आजकल का वही मेंटालिटी हो गया ना. आज एक बात बता, आज लोग सेकेंड हैंड आईफोन क्यों खरीद रहे हैं? 6-7 महीने यूज करके ना बंदा लाख रुपए का फोन 80,000 रुपए में बेच रहा है. सामने वाले को गुड डील लग रहा है, ले लेते हैं. सैलरी कितना? 25,000 रुपया. EMI पे ले रहे हैं फोन. क्यों? बिकॉज एप्पल हैज मेड देम डू दिस. एप्पल एक्सेसिबल भी किया है और एप्पल माइंड गेम्स भी खेला है.
The famous Apple selfie mirror selfie, sorry, selfie mirror
Mirror
selfie,
selfies guys.
Apple का mirror selfie is like सबसे ज़्यादा famous selfies थे. और उसके लिए लोग हमेशा Apple का logo show करेंगे.
एप्पल का लोगो देखना चाहिए ना.
They
वो
will
दिखेगा नहीं तो
hold their
पता कैसे
phone
चलेगा?
like this.
No,
to
no,
show
like
the
this.
logo. Yeah, to show the logo that look at this is an Apple product, okay, this is an iPhone. ठीक है, ये फैन बेस अच्छा है. इंडिया में लोग समझ गए हैं कि Apple is a wealthy phone, wealthy
Yeah,
logo का.
it gives you a sense of wealthiness.
Yeah, even
that,
if you are
know,
broke, you don't have money to pay your bills, your conditions are worse, but you have a iPhone.
Yeah, that means you are rich. You have a great and rich friend group and things like that. You stand out of the crowd and
Yes, I
shit.
have an iPhone.
This is not the mentality of Americans.
नहीं,
They are buying it for
normal है उनके लिए ना. बहुत normal
it's
है.
normal for them.
It's just
Bro,
a phone.
I guess like 50 or 51% of the population of United States is using an iPhone. I'll tell you one more thing. What Americans think of iPhones is that they will be using an iPhone for the next 5 to 6 years. It's not gonna break on them. It's not gonna slow on them. And they will be part of the iMessage group. Because Americans, they don't use WhatsApp or anything like that a lot. We Indians and other countries, like other Asian countries, there's the market for WhatsApp. That's basically what WhatsApp has targeted us.
WhatsApp has a university in India that we call it WhatsApp University. है भाई, सेपरेट यूनिवर्सिटी है ब्रो. यू बिलीव इट और नॉट, बट इट
मम्मी पापा लोग एडमिन है हमारे उसके.
Okay, so yeah, coming down to WhatsApp.
Like what Americans do is they will only use it for उनको कहीं भी कुछ भी टेक्स्ट करना ना किसी को, they will use iMessages. Like वो नॉर्मल मैसेजिंग ऐप के थ्रू ही iMessage, that blue bubble green bubble thing. तो आप उस ग्रुप का पार्ट नहीं बन सकते हो अगर आप वो यूज करते हो, एक एंड्रॉयड फोन यूज करते हो. सो सिंस अ लॉन्ग टाइम, आई गेस इट्स बिन more than 15 years, Apple 15-16. I really don't exactly know.
76 to 2023 and it's going well.
No, after the iPhone got launched, I'll take a rough estimate of at least 15 years. 15 साल से iPhone मार्केट में है. तो 15 साल से जो यूजर बेस है, there are still people all over the world still using the iPhone 4, 5, 6, 7.
ये तो है.
Right.
It's like आप कोई भी पुराना
How many years has it been that iPhone launched the 5, 6, 7? Since 2011, 12, 13. They're still using that phone and it's still working on them.
That I was about to say कि iPhone कोई भी कितना भी पुराना लो, like it could be iPhone 5, iPhone 4S, iPhone 4 या जो भी है. If it's in a bad condition, you fix it और वो चलेगा, I'm like Apple के जितने भी machines है ना, they keep it in mind कि ये कैसे भी हो, we have to keep this machine
PhD video where he said that whenever Apple is launching a product, they are thinking 2 years ahead of their time. 2 to 3 years ahead of their time. कि ये एक ऐसा प्रोडक्ट है जो आने वाले 2 सालों में दूसरी कंपनीज लॉन्च होगी, एंड देयर आर थिंग्स लाइक द डायनामिक आइलैंड, आई थिंक एवरी अदर कंपनी इज कॉपिंग. Huawei has copied it,
या
Huawei, then MI copied it, Xiaomi.
कर रहे हैं बट आई थिंक यू शुड नॉट डू इट.
Yeah, I really don't
अडेप्ट
know.
तो कर रही है एंड्रॉइड,
Adapt
अभी तक कोई ऐसा मस्त वर्जन निकल के नहीं आया. आई थिंक डायनामिक आइलैंड का ऐसा कॉपीड वर्जन. बट लाइक आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क रेडमी, यू शुड वर्क यार. कैसे कॉपी कर रहे हो?
Yeah, you
नॉट
should
प्रॉपर्ली
like
कॉपिंग इट.
make it something on your own.
हाँ,
If you're using
ठीक
the
से
dynamic
बनाओ,
island,
पूरा ठीक से बनाओ उसको.
yeah, but उसको अच्छे से बनाओ
ये
ना.
क्या फेल्ड प्रोडक्ट
Make
आप
it
यूजर के लिए
make it
दे रहे हो.
smarter than what Apple has made
Yeah.
it. थोड़ा R&D करो भाई, क्या कर रहे हो?
करो यार, प्रॉपर करो एंड मेक इट रिलीज जल्दी से जल्दी, एज सुन एज पॉसिबल भाई टू द कंपनी. आप ऐसा डेमो प्रोडक्ट टू द यूजर, हाउ? नहीं चलेगा.
अब देखो यहाँ स्विगी जोमेटो का कितना अच्छा इंटीग्रेशन है. स्विगी जोमेटो ब्लिंकिट हर चीज का कितना अच्छा इंटीग्रेशन है.
या
तुम बस वहाँ तुमको दिखाता रहेगा देयर इज गोना बी अ सर्कल व्हिच विल टेल यू द टाइम. इट्स लाइक अ स्टॉप वॉच जो ऐसे ऐसे से 5 मिनट्स दिखाएगा, 4 मिनट्स दिखाएगा, 3 मिनट्स. फिर जब
ट्रैक करता है ना
डोर
उसका
स्टेप,
टाइमिंग.
हाँ उसका इंफॉर्मेशन लेके वो छोटा सा डायनामिक आइलैंड में दिखा रहा है. I'm really like it.
इनोवेशन तो बहुत अच्छा
Instagram has also took down the use of dynamic island. If you upload a picture, you go back to your home screen, it will show you how many seconds or something it's gonna take to upload the picture.
नहीं डायनामिक आइलैंड मुझे भी देखने में बहुत मस्त लगता है. एंड लाइक आई फाइंड इट टू बी अ वेरी वेरी ब्यूटीफुल पीस ऑफ इनोवेशन.
Yeah, I find it कि कितना अच्छा बना दिया है.
हाँ, एक छोटा सा टेक्नोलॉजी है. इफ यू गो टू द लाइक इन डेप्थ थोड़ा अगर जाओगे, व्हाट इज डायनामिक आइलैंड? इट्स अ वेरी स्मॉल पीस ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी which is doing a lot of
It's
things.
just a software thing
Yeah.
that they have made it so nicely, and it blends in your every day to day use. मतलब it's really nice कि अगर आप right at this moment आपको ऑफिस का काम है, आपको भूख भी लगा है, आप ऑफिस का भी काम कर रहे हो और आप वो छोटे से डायनामिक आइलैंड में आपको छोटा सा नोटिफिकेशन आ रहा है कि 5 मिनट में आपका खाना आ जाएगा.
हाँ, और ज्यादा ताजगी से आप काम कर पाओगे. लाइक द मोर
खाना आ रहा है,
5 मिनट में खाना आया,
5 मिनट में अभी मजा आ जाएगा.
हाँ, we बात कर रहा हूँ. जैसे कि जो यूजर्स है जो सिनेमैटिक वीडियोस बनाते हैं एप्पल के प्रोडक्ट से, जो लोग हैं जो कोई तरीके का रील या शॉर्ट वीडियोस जो होता है वो बनाते हैं कुछ लोग, और कुछ रैंडम यूजर्स हैं जो फ्लेक्स के लिए यूज़ करते हैं आईफोन. सो कमिंग डाउन टू द सिनेमैटिक पार्ट, जो लोग सिनेमैटिक वीडियोस क्रिएट करते हैं और जिस यूज़र बेस्ड को ना कैमरा से बहुत इफेक्ट पड़ता है. not exactly to the technology, but somehow वो connected है internally, but the user those users who are very excited about the camera updates of Apple products whichever it is, तो उन लोगों का क्या है, they are getting nowadays कि उनको इतना flexibility क्या है कि वो अब एक Apple का कोई भी product ले which is above 13 Pro, it could be 13 Pro, it could be 13 14 Pro, आप कोई भी वो एक प्रोडक्ट लो, डोंट इन्वेस्ट इन योर कैमरा, ठीक है, डोंट गेट अ ह्यूज कैमरा, जस्ट टेक अ आईफोन एंड आप उससे वीडियो बनाओ. यू मेक अ होल फिल्म आउट ऑफ दैट आईफोन. लाइक उसका कैपेबिलिटी समझो. नाउ यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द कैपेबिलिटी कि एक यूज़र बेस्ड एक यूज़र एरिया एप्पल का जो कैमरा भी यूज़ करता था, बट नाउ उनके पास फ़ोन था, दे डू हैव द फोन बट दे हैव अ कैमरा. नाउ दे आर मोर डिपेंडिंग ऑन द phone which have a camera but a better one, has a better one camera.
Yeah,
वैसा type.
exactly.
Now they are using their phone's camera. They want to use the camera, a better camera, so they are using their phone का camera to make a big budget film, a big budget ads, advertisement,
If you
film
want to, you can
festivals.
make anything out
भाई
of it.
एप्पल की कैपेबिलिटीज़ मैं इमेजिन कर नहीं सकता भाई. फिल्म मेकर्स पार्ट के लिए, क्योंकि मैं वहाँ से बिलोंग करता हूँ, तो फिल्म मेकर्स एरिया में ना Even right now, this episode is getting shot on iPhone 15 Pro.
Pro, 13 Pro,
Yeah.
and a camera 7070.
एंड ये मेरे लिए अभी से 5 साल पहले इमेजिन करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल था कि
It
मैं
was
अपने
a
फ़ोन
bit
से कंटेंट
difficult.
बनाऊंगा एंड वो भी इतने अच्छे क्वालिटी में निकल के आएगा.
iPhone, I guess, I personally feel like there was a time जब iPhone 7 और 10 launch हुआ था, तो it didn't used to have a wide angle camera. It was like, I have been always a fan of MKBHD. So, when I got, to see that Apple has launched a new phone, I was able to see the disappointment that he was of those. And they even put a telephoto in the
depth sensor.
no, they never used a depth sensor. They always were fixed to, like, we will use either a telephoto or we will either use a wide angle. So I think 10 तक सारे में टेलीफोटो ही आया था. उसके बाद सारे, if you get the 12 mini, 13 mini, 14 plus, 15 plus, सब में वाइड एंगल है, टेलीफोटो किसी में नहीं है.
Okay.
They understood like कि टेलीफोटो से कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है. टेलीफोटो दूर देख के क्या करना है तुमको? अगर वाइडली देख पाओगे, it's a better, what the users want. So they started putting out the wide angle camera.
Yeah, तो Apple, that's a very good thing, good point.
एक कंटेंट क्रिएटर के लिए ना काफी अच्छा सेगमेंट, एंड not segment, I shouldn't say, it's a mobile device that I don't know, like nowadays creators are buying it for the flex, or they really want to create a good quality video.
People who are creators, they are creating good.
Yeah, absolutely, because
जो
I'm talking
बंदरबाजी
about
कर रहे हैं, they
the
लोग बंदरबाजी
Instagrammers, content creators.
बंदरबाजी people are doing बंदरबाजी only. Creators, people who are creator like us, we are creating.
Yeah, because we have got these phones because we really wanted, we were really
Yeah.
So if we get a phone instead of it, and आप उसे फोन भी कर सकते हो,
Get a
सब कुछ
phone,
यूज कर लोगे.
Get a SSD. You are a filmmaker. Go create.
You need talent, bro.
Skill and talent है. अगर एक बंदा filmmaker नहीं है and he doesn't want to create something cinematic, why would he need an SSD?
Exactly.
Or an
Exactly
1 TB
my
का
point,
phone.
guys.
If you have, I have a 1 TB का phone and an SSD as well. Like not me, he have an iPhone 15 Pro with an SSD. Why? Because he's a creator. He needs a lot of space and काफ़ी चीज़ें टेक्निकल है, तो मैं जाऊँगा नहीं वहाँ पे. एंड ऑन द नोट की एक नॉर्मल पर्सन को क्यों ही चाहिए होगा, वो अपना
उसको
बंदरबाजी,
किसी को नहीं चाहिए.
He just want flex and little bit बंदरबाजी on the reels and other things.
ब्रो, जिसको बंदरबाजी करना है ना, वो खरीदेगा 128 GB वाला, उसमें से करके इसी में एडिट करके अपलोड करके डिलीट.
Then स्पेस भी बच गया, कंटेंट अपलोड हो गया.
नहीं तो स्नैपचैट से कर लेंगे.
Okay, I think that is enough for today's,
That's all for it. So
today's video. अगर हम जाने से पहले हम बस थोड़ी सी और बात करेंगे about
we'll talk about
iPhone series,
little things
MacBook
about
series.
The products
Yeah.
Apple has continued to make and launched as well. So the first and foremost thing is Apple iPhones. So what they have done is they have a continual innovation. They have continued the innovation in a way that each sometimes it might feel for everybody, you might get a feel कि यार ये तो थोड़ा सा improvement है, but there are parts of the phones where it has gone through a drastic change. Like Apple used for like 5 or 6 years a 12 megapixel Sony sensor. Then at that moment of time, I guess it was from 7, I guess 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then they shifted on to a 48 megapixel camera, and the 15, or I guess all series of 15 Pro and Pro Max has 48 megapixel cameras. It took a really, not a very big jump, but it was noticeable enough कि आपको वो गुड क्वालिटी कैमरा से अच्छे फोटोज, अच्छे वीडियोस, हर एक चीज़ आपको कैमरास जब अपग्रेड हुए उसके साथ बैटरी लाइफ इम्प्रूव हुआ. अगर आप गेम खेलने में इंटरेस्टेड हो, इट हैज़ अ ग्रेट ग्राफिकल परफॉर्मेंस. You can run all of the games, you name it, you can run it on high settings.
All in all, Apple is keep upgrading on his phone area.
Yeah, they
like
have
iPhone
kept this
segment
consistency
में
as well as
kept this consistency. थोड़ा बहुत feedbacks है, सबके पास ही होता है वो. He kept it very well in the iPhone series till now. iPhone 15 Pro Max जो भी है, till now iPhone is doing very great. Coming down to MacBook. MacBook की अगर हम बात करें MacBook सीरीज़, तो इसमें भी काफ़ी सारे evolutions है. जब मेरे लिए MacBook Air एक बहुत बड़ी बात थी, और my transition was like MacBook Air से MacBook Pro which have the touch bar. Yeah, that was my transition in MacBook, and that was drastic. I think you can imagine too. वो काफी ड्रास्टिक था.
There are no touch bars anymore, but the last 2020 M1 MacBook Pro has the last touch bar.
Yeah, whatever it was really good, and I was very satisfied with the product.
Even I am really happy. This is the one with the touch bar. So it's really fantastic. It's fantastic.
I don't know क्या problem है क्या नहीं, but that's like I think वो subjective है.
Yeah, it's pretty subjective, and there is one more thing कि Apple evolved from Intel based MacBooks to producing their own M series chips. And since this is M1 and we have another Mac Mini that is M1 Pro, M2 Pro I guess, so that is a very drastic change because this laptop previously we used the MacBook Air, right? It has like 5-6 hours of battery. It was greater than I guess a normal laptop, but this has more than like 13-14 hours of battery life. Like nobody can imagine such good, like the innovation they have done, it's great.
Yeah. Now abhi after this MacBook series we have
the iPad series.
iPad na evolution the tablets ke liye. It was an evolution in the tablet segment.
It is basically for creators and people who watch movies and things like that.
अभी आप illustration वगैरह भी कर सकते हो with the iPen. You call it iPen?
I don't know.
What is that? The pen
that you get with your iPad. You have to buy it separately.
Yeah, whatever the technology is, it's very good. It's working. I think काफी लोग उससे, काफी creators उससे काफी खुश है. काफ़ी और हमारे लाइक फिल्म मेकिंग इंडस्ट्रीज़ में काफ़ी ज़्यादा लोग यूज़ करते हैं इस चीज़ को. दे कंट्रोल अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स थ्रू देयर आईपैड. उनके आईपैड में काफ़ी सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स होते हैं, कंट्रोल्स होते हैं जो उनके घर, ऑफिस और काफ़ी जगहों की चीज़ें कंट्रोल कर रही होती है थ्रू आउट.
And it has also shifted to Type-C. So there are they are able to use other peripherals as well as other accessories with the iPad. Like some storage, if you need a storage, transfer files quick. You need other things quick. And I have also seen there are different types of iPads. The last time I saw an iPad Pro, it had a M1 processor in it, and I feel like M1 was the type of chip that has more power than the user will ever use.
Yeah.
And for a tablet of that kind, I guess that's very beautiful because there are creators over the internet. If you really search for them, there are creators who just sketch. And on their iPad Pros and things like that, and
I like those kind of content.
Yeah, even I love looking at them. I've seen that one creator who can zoom in more and more and more, and things come in between them. Can you really believe it was made on an iPad?
Yeah.
And how powerful that is.
Yeah, Now
And,
with the most non-relatable segment, that is
Yeah.
Apple Watch. I don't understand the technology of
Why Apple?
having a
Why?
smartwatch.
No
We will
watches.
link down a video that you should watch, okay, for people who think that smartwatches are useful. I think smartwatches जो technology है ना, I will never be able to understand and relate with that
You know why
technology.
Apple
पता नहीं क्यों.
released iWatch? They wanted to shift, people's mind from looking their phone too often.
To screen to another screen.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like very
The
nice.
reason was pointless. The
Okay.
reason was really pointless. I really don't understand the use of an iWatch. Like,
Yes.
what will you use it for?
And that is also too costly.
80,000 rupees.
I will never spend some like this much of money on smartwatch. I think this should be enough for today's episode.
So we really hope, guys, that you enjoyed the video. If you really enjoyed the video, you can show us some appreciation on the like button, as well as subscribe this channel to see more upcoming podcasts on different topics. If you guys have any recommendations or any other feedbacks that you would like to let us know about,
Yeah.
you can absolutely let us know those things on the comment section. We'll be reading all of the comments, as well as do share this channel as well as our video to your friends, your families, whoever you find that उन्हें ये video देखना चाहिए.
To share it. What is your problem? Share it.
Share it, guys.
Just share it.
Please.
Subscribe on that note.
Subscribe this channel,
Me, Ritesh.
guys. This is Amit. Signing off, guys. See you on the next
Bye.
one.
रोज एंड्रो अमित ही बोलेगा, फेंकेंगे ऐसे कि दिखेगा नहीं.